Going to the
There we
rig.
go.
Attention, everybody. The views expressed on this show are not necessarily those of Acts Ministry, Acts Media Group, and/or their affiliate and subordinate ministries and/or nonprofits. So, here's a little music for you to start out your day. That might be a bit loud. I don't know. It's a good song. I enjoy listening to it.
Nails, man.
Good morning! Coming to you live from Acts Media Group headquarters here in the beautiful Springfield, Missouri. It's the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay with your hosts, Matt and Jay. Of course, it's no particular day, but Steve-O Mickey Mac is with us today.
Yes, I am.
Welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I need a cot right here so I can take a nap.
A cot.
A cot.
A cot.
Oh, I'm starting my watch party. Woo! Thank you very much. Oh,
Now, what kind of watch is that? Is that a Fossil watch party or
Fossil, yeah, Fossil.
not a sponsor?
Thanks for clarifying that one.
All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay. My name is Matt.
My name is Jay.
My name is Steve.
And we're glad to have everybody with us today. Update on Dad. He has a bladder infection. It was a pretty bad one. So they shot him full of antibiotics, and he's got prescriptions that I got to go pick up today, or that I get to go pick up today. And he wasn't up and about last night because, it was a pretty
It can
it was
be
a pretty long day for him.
Yeah, it can wear you out. Actually, it can wear you out there at the ER if you're there long enough.
Yeah, he took an ambulance to the ER where they just kind of pushed him. They put him on a wheelchair and pushed him into the ER and said, "Here you go. See you later." But they were full up, and they have to only serious cases, life-threatening.
Yeah, that's what they usually do. They say they take you in the order of being serious.
Yeah,
that's what they did with me. They took
it's
me
called
to,
triage.
Did you?
Well, they took me to triage, and then they sent me right back
Not
to the
yet.
room.
I'm still working on it.
That's why I never find it.
Yeah, because
It's not
sometimes I
there.
forget
it's
to
not
share
there.
it altogether. I know I'm forgetting something.
Because it's not there, man.
I like that boulder. That is a nice boulder.
That is nice boulder.
What is that? Who would want to live in that? That would be my home. And I just love what you've done with the place. Such a modest budget.
He's going to be a host of a very popular late night show.
Who is?
On Saturday? Eddie Murphy. He's going back to his roots.
His roots.
His roots.
Want the knife? Remember that?
I got some ice cream. Remember, was he the one that did that? I think he was.
Mr. Robertson's Neighborhood.
Oh yeah, we're not. That's back when Saturday Night Live was still funny.
Exactly, and that's where he's going. That's what he's hosting.
Okay, so Steve, if you didn't hear, Dad is back home. He has a bad bladder infection, which explains a lot of the symptoms that he had. Morning, Misty, Jason B. Cobb, Becky Code, Steve Schultz, and Linda Fleetwood. Now, Linda, I don't know if you noticed this the other day because she asked if we could bring. She meant to put, can we bring the guys with us to church sometime? But autocorrect or something.
What guys?
The guys that we had sitting here,
Oh.
Ronnie and John.
Oh, okay.
It was Ronnie, right?
Ronnie and John.
Okay.
Jonathan.
Johnny.
Johnny boy.
Johnny.
So, but what she actually typed out there was, and I'm pretty sure she fixed it now. Can you bring the gays to church?
Oh, no.
And I said, for those of you who don't know, she meant to put the guys, not the gays. But either way, sure.
Why not?
Just because you're gay doesn't mean you can't go to church with us. That'd be silly if we believe that.
Good morning, Michael Miller. Thank you for joining me.
Alex Webb says, watched all of Dennis and Becky's Crosswalk Live videos as I was going to bed last night. Such a soothing... Trying to read. My glasses aren't working today. Such a soothing way to fall asleep hearing Dennis Code.
The crosswalk videos on
YouTube?
On Axe?
Mhm.
That's a lot of videos.
Yeah.
Oh,
they've been doing it For
man.
what?
Kelly cannot be.
Oh yeah, we need to call her
She
here in
said,
about 5 minutes.
Guys, don't quit your day jobs, referring to your Eddie Murphy.
Good morning, Marsha Holland.
Good morning, Marcia. Love you, sister.
Brandon Marie says, "Hey, Steve."
Hey. Hi.
He's like,
What?
Who?
he might have been saying hi to Steve Schultz though.
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh, it's okay.
30-something
Hi,
videos?
Steve Schultz, anyway.
Yeah, right.
I wanted to say hi to him anyway.
Yeah, and I need to text.
You're my buddy.
I need to text Jim back because he asked yesterday while I was actually asleep, how's your dad? And I just texted him back. Don't know yet. He's still in the ER, last I heard, but
Good.
he's
call.
okay.
Good.
Needless to say, I didn't get much sleep yesterday or last night.
I didn't think so.
Dad being sick. If Dad goes to the hospital, he makes the choice to go to the hospital. There's something wrong.
Did you
'Cause
go
he-
up there? Or
No,
you stayed
because
with your
Marcia.
mom?
Yeah, I stayed with Mom. I had to go and feed the dogs.
The
But
horses.
it was funny because Marcia called me because she was sitting up there with him, and she was saying, "Your dad is being stubborn." I'm like, what are you talking about?
No.
He won't let me push him in the wheelchair anywhere or anything. And then I was calling her so that she could put him on the phone so I could find out how to feed the dogs because there's medication that's given, and I don't know how he does it.
Oh man.
She goes, "Oh, it'll be just a minute. He's talking to a veteran right at the moment." She goes, "Oh, he's coming out of the bathroom pushing his wheelchair instead of sitting in it." So, it's like,
Interesting
that's
day.
Doubles
bad.
as a walker.
Hey, he
It
can get a
does.
walker like mine.
Except for the problem is the wheels don't have brakes where your hands are.
Oh man, he needs to get one.
And
like,
as a walker, having four wheels would be really sucky because if you started to fall forward and you can't stop it, the wheelchair's just going to keep rolling.
actually, that happened to me.
Did it?
It really did. I just didn't set the brakes, and away I went.
That's why. With your current walker that you have, the one with the seat on it.
Yes.
Yeah, yesterday it rolled away from. Remember?
Yeah, we were hugging like Dennis, and it decided it was going to try and make a run for it across the parking lot.
Yeah.
It knew you couldn't chase after it. That's what it was.
Exactly.
So we're going to make stickers. I think that say "Hug like Dennis."
Yeah, that's
Not
a good
hug
idea.
them like Dennis, like you said. I like that better. Hug like Dennis,
Hug
Hug
like
like
Dennis.
and have. I want to try and make a way to do like a silhouette of his, like with his long hair and stuff,
That's
So,
cool.
in memory of when he was born.
I think
And when
they'll be a great seller.
I think it will be.
Yeah.
And if we do sell them, all the proceeds will probably go to.
Well, we haven't even
Crosswalk.
done it yet.
We haven't done it yet, but
That's a bright
We
idea,
need
though.
them though.
we
That'd
should
be
start
great.
a GoFundMe account just specifically for that.
Yeah.
Hug like Dennis. I mean, that's quite a legacy. He left the legacy of Jesus Christ behind. And
Make mugs too.
yeah, and just have his. You know how Gary Paxton had his weird little caveman or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool.
Garpax.
I guess I can try to design it.
I'm going to have
online,
Vicky Paxton on the show too.
but That's his wife. correct?
Yes. Vicky Sue.
She was a sweet lady too.
Sweet, sweet lady. I
Is
mean,
a sweet lady.
she gives so much to people, and just
Well, and she dealt with Gary Paxton's goofiness very
yes,
well.
she did.
Like where he was super goofy, she was just serious enough, But
he-
she let him be himself.
his home is the shrine. His downstairs in the basement. Oh my goodness! There's like story B or the B sides of his
Man, we're-
music. Over 1,000
We got
pieces
a lot of people watching today.
of
Yeah.
songs that he did that people haven't heard. And so she's like, "You and Rachel, you want to help me
Don't
out
be
with the
embarrassed,
prizes?"
Linda. I've put weird things on there too because of autocorrect. She said I did get the correction, Matt. I didn't have on my glasses. I was so embarrassed. Laugh out loud. Don't be embarrassed about that.
Good morning, Susan Burrows.
Susan Burrows,
Yeah, she's on my watch party. I don't know. She might be on.
Becky Code says T-shirts.
Yep.
Yep, there you
Absolutely
go.
Yep.
Hug like Dennis.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ha. And if you put it on there, we'll just delete it if
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
oppose.
That's right.
We value your opinion on that.
See, that's good that we value the
It's gonna
opinion.
get
That
done.
doesn't mean it's going to go anywhere.
I think that the T-shirt should have like arms across the back.
Oh, yeah.
Like, kind of
yeah.
like,
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
and
would
have the
be
rest
great.
of the arms in the back.
this is our creative meeting.
And then
everybody.
people would ask,
We're
"Who's
brainstorming.
Dennis?"
Yeah, who's Dennis? Tell us about that. Well, I tell you.
I'm so glad you asked.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, first of all,
Buttons.
let me give you a hug, and I'll show you what it means to hug like Dennis.
Just don't have anything on.
You
that's
don't have
gonna
any back pains or anything, because
or things that will stick you if we in the front that.
oh yeah.
You don't want to do that.
Don't have any sharp objects on you, do you? That's what the cops always ask when they get ready to arrest you.
If I poke, I'm going to be ticked off if you poke me.
Let's see. So yeah, I agree with that. Barney Hammers joined us. Welcome to the show. I do all the time, Linda. That's what Steve Schultz says. Yes, he does. He autocorrects. His autocorrect does some funky things. And I just read it how it says it.
Absolutely
And
no
talk to
sense at all
text, those are
sometimes.
so funny. Those talk to text, they completely tell you you're a different name. It has nothing to do with what you're talking about. And I became George, and I've been John, and I've been
Oh yeah.
Tom.
And there are things that if you proofread your texts before you send them, folks, because
Please.
I've sent some pretty awkward stuff.
Yeah, but I think isn't that crazy though? On the other hand, you talk about a something that you are interested in buying, and before you even get your phone back on, there's 15 ads on that very thing.
Well,
But they can't translate your words into an actual text.
when they do that, you have to listen to the actual voicemail so that you can hear the actual voicemail. Because if you read the text, you're like, "What in the world?"
You
Yeah.
need to get Barney on the show. Barney is not a fan of getting in front of people. That's why he plays drums behind everybody.
Well, Barney.
He's been in the little studio and said hi from like behind the scenes before.
Well, then he needs to be. There's no people here other than us.
Don't count the thousands of people that'll watch this video eventually.
Yeah, Misty, I understand that. It's there are cruel people, and so I think that would be that would be a tough prayer to have to see an answer to. There are cruel people who are just cruel to everybody, and you're going to
Yeah.
encounter them. I pray that the people in your life who are not cruel to you begin to stand out
Yeah.
as the rule and not the exception.
Just like I've been praying a hedge of protection around Marsh's heart, that only the Lord can affect it and no one else.
Exactly.
I'll do the same for you, Misty. Steve says, why? I know what I'm saying. I think he was in reference to what he was talking about.
You go,
He
Steve.
doesn't need to proofread.
Nah,
No.
proofreadings for wusses.
He knows what he's
Real
talking
men,
about.
real men just send it. Deal with the consequences later.
That's definitely Steve.
I tell you what.
You're-
And I've had some real awkward conversations after sending a text message before.
Yeah.
Where it thinks I
depending
said
on what you
something else.
send will depend on the consequences.
Or if you send the wrong text message to the wrong person.
Oh,
So like I'm sending a text message to a guy in Edinburgh, Indiana, or I can't remember who it was, but it was somebody that stays up all night, and it involved the word poop, and I accidentally sent it to at that time my girlfriend, who later became my wife, and then shortly after that became my ex-wife, but.
yeah, I
It
wonder
was
why.
a really awkward. It was a really, really, really awkward conversation afterwards. I'm like, okay, so that wasn't meant for you. Yes, I did mean to send that, but to a dispatcher in Edinburgh, not to you. And then
And what was her response?
her response was, okay, I thought that was kind of weird, but hey, you are weird,
Wow.
So I am weird. I'm strange.
No.
I think we can all agree on that.
Really?
No, there's a consensus.
But I mean, actually, not strange for me. I mean,
Well,
to
of course
me, I'm
not. Not for
strange.
you.
No, it's like what sociopaths
We all have our
say.
weird, strange. We all have our strange.
I don't know why that bothers
know
you so
why.
bad. It doesn't bother me.
I don't know why you're so upset. I'm happy.
Happy and strange but happy.
Yeah, yeah.
See,
That-
yeah. Remember, we're aliens and strangers.
We were talking about soap operas before the show today.
Ho 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 ho.
It was funny.
Man
and
soaps.
how all those superhero shows are man soaps.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I shouldn't be
Most
assigning it to
shows.
just one gender.
I don't know.
They're
what
soap
shows
operas.
Don't become
Yeah.
any long-running show becomes.
Jay
a soap
told me that, and I didn't believe him. And then I'm sitting there. I'm about the 4th or 5th season. I'm binge watching. I think it was The Arrow or something like that. And the music came on. And I was like, that really does kind of sound like soap opera music.
violins and
Yeah.
Or the organs.
Yeah.
The
and the real
old-
intense and slow zoom in on their face, just their face. And they do a lot of facial acting and
It's
stuff.
not the dun dun dun. It's more like
or the low sub, the
Yeah.
low ominous
yeah.
impending
In minor
doom
in
type-
minor keys.
Yeah.
And
You
So-
know something's around the corner.
And I still really didn't believe it until I went to Mom and Dad's house after binge watching the particular series, and then heard the music, and it
It's a
sounds
formula.
sounds very very similar, and just all the acting
Very
and
similar story.
the crazy stuff that happens
You'd think that they should be on
only in
nighttime
California, folks. Just saying.
dramas on TV that they have at night. There was the night soaps like Knots Landing, those type. That's
General
what
Hospital.
General Hospital's still on during the day.
Oh, is it on during the day?
Yeah, they used to have it on a soap opera or some sort of soap opera channel where it was on at night.
They need a good romantic comedy soap opera. That Jay could get into that.
Oh yeah.
No, really.
No? Yeah, we tried watching that one show.
Once I saw Luke and Laura chained to an intercontinental ballistic missile.
Mitchell.
Missile.
We have
That
Sean
missile-
Connery in
that
the
missile was
studio
aimed
with
right at the-
They got tied to a missile.
What was that city? What was the name of that city? No, it wasn't Metropolis. It wasn't a superhero thing.
It was
Springfield. Wasn't it?
Yes. And
Springfield?
Mm-hmm.
Like Springfield, Missouri?
No,
No.
Or
just-
Springfield, California?
I thought it was an
Springfield's
island
in
where they
each
were looking
state.
for the Ice Princess.
It's like those
Was
the
that
Ice
what it was?
Princess.
Yeah.
There
The
was an Ice Princess?
Uh-huh.
It was not an actual figure of Ice Princess. It was a code, and it was the actual not a bomb, but it was some sort of weather activation. They had to find Ice Princess because he was getting this.
This is an actual show that you've watched,
Yeah.
and it's
They
a
were gonna
soap opera.
They were going to freeze Port Charles.
oh.
They were going to, and that's so they had to find this actual machine and destroy it before it took over Port Charles.
No, this one was a missile, like a.
Well, no,
Yeah.
I mean there was a missile too
It's
that
like
they
how
were
many?
attached
How
to.
much
Yeah.
trouble? And all these people are doing all this bad stuff, and none of them go to prison. Or if they go to prison, they actually get out and they
Oh,
show
yeah.
up a couple seasons later, just out of the blue.
Yeah, escape.
Or
And
they
then it's
go
like
to a
as they
different
walk
country.
In, dun, 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 and it just zooms in real
Luke
slow.
and Laura, how many times did they die?
Oh, they've come close to dying or died. a
Speaking
couple
of
times.
which, we need to call our
Presumed dead.
weather forecaster for today.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Kelly Canosby, we're a little bit late getting there. Sorry, we're a little slow.
Kelly, we do love you. And we thank you and appreciate you.
His soaps are trashy, Steve Schultz says.
I get it. Soap.
Uh-huh.
I used to be
They
addicted
can
to
be
soap.
clean. They can clean you up too.
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
a soap addict, but I cleaned myself up.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so-
that's what I was about to say, but you're jumped ahead, so that's good.
Well, you know,
So you're not strange.
I am strange.
Strange in your own way.
Hey, I own it. All right, I'm okay with it. You know, I lost some of my strangeness whenever I was
Your
Strangest.
strangest.
my strangest. I've
Strange.
lost some of my strangest.
His strangest.
We're
strangest
becoming all Sean
strangeness.
Connery impressionists now.
Yes, I am the last one. I'm trying to find her number, and I'm having a hard time concentrating. on it.
I wonder why
There's so many words.
you got soaps on your mind.
Yeah. I cannot unthink that or unhear that. It's just absolutely, it's uncanny. As far, I
And
can't
Bobby
find her
Spencer,
number.
she definitely got a facelift or something because she does not look like Bobby Spencer. I mean,
I don't know who that is.
She was a
I don't-
nurse. She was a nurse on General Hospital. but
Oh, okay.
She's gotten older. It might be just that she's gotten older, but
I
something
watched
was-
I watched a short clip from that. I was watching a show called Mystery Science Theater 3000, and there was a short before they watched the movie, and it was in black and white, and it was crazy how they still, even back then, were having all kinds of trouble
Oh yeah,
and cheating on each other, and
a very
it's
young.
like, come on, people, you know what? You guys need to just each. You have the money, you can buy your own island and stay away from each other. Because apparently, when you get close to one another, you cause a bunch of problems to happen.
They
I
remodeled.
found her number,
The
by the way.
days of our lives. Remember that?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
There was that.
And then there was
General
One Life to
Hospital,
Live.
One Life to Live.
Santa Barbara.
Bold and the Beautiful.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, mom and dad still watch that. Here we go. We're calling you, Kelly.
Kelly, oh, answer.
Jeannie's a Turner.
Good
phone
morning.
in. Good morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you, Kelly?
You look good.
Tell us about the weather this week. What's going to happen this weekend?
Okay, let me bring it up.
Oh, Happy New Year, by the way.
Yeah.
We haven't talked to you since the last year.
I know.
Yeah, Happy New Year
It's
to
been a
you
whole
too.
decade.
Oh my goodness. Too long.
I only had 3 people say "see you next year" to me. I was very happy about that.
I hope we were the two of them.
I didn't hear my first "see you next year" until about 3 o'clock in the morning. So
Uh,
I was
Little
trying to
lady.
see how long I was. Yeah,
Okay.
that was on New Year's Eve,
oh,
so it technically was New Year's.
oh.
Okay, today there's a slight risk of severe thunderstorms across parts of the central Gulf Coast. Strong to severe thunderstorms may impact parts of the central Gulf Coast today, accompanied by a risk of damaging winds and a tornado or two. That's like around Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi. That's where all that is. Let's see, let me see. For us today, we are partly cloudy in Missouri with a high of 52.
It's gonna be warm today.
Yeah, it's a
Man.
warm January day. Get off the suntan lotions.
Put on the swim trunks.
Friday, there is a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms across the Florida Panhandle into parts of southeastern Alabama and southwestern Georgia. And basically, this system that we're dealing with starting today is still be a slow moving surge. No, I don't want to say surge. It reminds me of a hurricane. That's not what I'm talking about. It's just a slow moving trend.
Hurricanes below.
This day today we're gonna have a high of 52 with south winds. But later on today, the winds are gonna turn around and come in from the north. And later on today, that's when our highs will drop, our temperatures will drop. And then tomorrow we're gonna have tonight we'll have a low of 33. With a high of 42 tomorrow.
Dude, it's supposed to be winter time right now.
Yes, we're supposed
I
to have
know.
That's crazy.
snow.
But just like what you said on Monday, Matt, you said you wish the weather would make up its mind because it's flooding.
Yeah. Get cold and stay
Flooding
cold, or
up
get
and
warm and
down.
stay warm.
Yeah. Now on Saturday, the risk of severe thunderstorms appears I can't say that word. Negligible across the U.S. for Saturday.
That sounds right.
Saturday night. So loosely consolidating property usually to the west of the Appalachians is generally forecast to gradually pivot eastward and accelerate across and east of the mid-Atlantic coast by the Saturday night. So Saturday, our high will be high 41 with the low 24. And then on Sunday, it'll be high 49 with the low of 32. And that is...
Sounds about right. Sounds like a pretty mild winter so far.
Yep.
So
Isn't the 40s supposed to be a normal for January anyway?
I don't know.
I thought it was.
When does it really start getting cold usually?
We haven't had a consistently long-term cold winter for a long, long, long time.
probably, I'd probably say about mid-January. I'm just guessing. I've always
We should
remembered
get an
that
almanac and see what it says.
Our weather is always, though, very
But
There's a reason why they say
diverse.
if you don't like the weather in Springfield, wait 5 minutes, it'll change.
Michigan's the same
Right,
way. Wait 5
exactly.
minutes and it'll change.
And
Now,
that's-
is minutes the same in Canada as they are here?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Just, yeah.
They're just lower in the sky.
Yeah. Hey.
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 So we're being goofy this morning, Kelly. So,
yes, I can tell. the question is, when are you not being goofy?
well, occasionally we're
Yeah,
well,
like yesterday.
I'm not kidding. We're always goofy at least
Well,
once. or twice.
yesterday was not really a goofy day.
No, it wasn't really a goofy day, but I just felt like we needed to discuss a topic that we discussed yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes.
So-
I want to convey my condolences for your loss of Dennis, and you all will be my prayers this weekend as you celebrate his life.
Thank you very much, and I'm sure. And Becky's listening right now, so she heard that. So thank you for calling, and or thank you for letting us call you rather, and giving us our weekend forecast. And we look forward to talking to you again on Monday.
Okay, sounds great. Have a good weekend,
You
boys.
too. God bless
too.
you. We'll talk to you later.
Okay,
Bye bye.
bye-bye.
Kelly Canosby with your weekend weather forecast. It's going to be kind of mild.
Balming.
Balmy. I guess what does that mean? It's real humid.
yeah.
That's just another way of saying you can chew the air instead of breathe it.
Exactly.
The air sticks to you.
Yep. And
You have to peel it off.
you feel like you're in a pool and you just came out of a
You know,
pool.
my eczema's almost gone, but there's just this one little spot on each side that just broke open. I've been trying to file the calluses off. That's what's causing them to. But all the rest of them are healed up for the most part. So
that's good.
if you see me messing with my thumbs and stuff, that's because I haven't put Band-Aids on them, but I've got there's a good one right there.
And the itching.
Oh, yeah. They itch and burn at the same time. And then
Rachel's been doing pretty
Yeah.
good. She hasn't itched in a while, but she knows what you're going through.
the ones that usually are on my elbows are gone right now. Well, no, there's still some bumps from where I scratched them, scarred up a little bit. I didn't know what eczema was. I mean, I knew of eczema, but I didn't.
Rachel's just has problems with her fingers and her hands and back of her hands.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Because, you use your hands a lot. I don't know if you know this. Like, I thought, I've got leprosy. What am I going to do? I'm going to pray to God to get rid of it.
Especially the thumbs.
I'm going to have to go
Yes.
to the... Yeah. Well, I mean, I could probably still play guitar if I lost my thumbs.
Really?
Yeah. I don't use my thumbs a lot, except for to hold my fingers on the fretboard.
You don't think you're holding the neck? You don't think you're using the thumb to...
Hold the neck.
I'd have to
Would
readjust.
you just fly around in circles really fast if you're just trying to push with your fingers?
I probably would just start learning how to play power chords, because you don't use your thumb. You hold it like this. Your thumb's not even really...
Actually, I would.
As long as I have something to cradle it right there, I'll be all right.
I was just going to say you can get rid of your thumb and try to practice.
A strap?
And
No.
I mean, not use your thumb, not get rid of your thumb.
You were just doing one set of chords.
Goodness, that was a good yawn, Jay.
Ah, yeah.
You got up at 3 o'clock for some reason. 3 a.m.
A good healthy yawn, but yours
Larry
was not a
Melton's
good
got to go
healthy
to
yawn.
his ear doctor today at 9:45. I hope you heard that right. It says sounds like there is going to be some weather somewhere. That's his forecast for the day, apparently.
All over the
Who
place.
is that?
Larry Melton.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, there is somewhere.
He says, "Hey, here's a forecast. It will be different tomorrow." That's
Maybe.
a good one. Maybe.
Yeah,
It may be different 5 minutes from now and then go back to what it was. So it may be the same tomorrow, but
And then-
different from what it was earlier.
right.
That would be later.
Later. I guess today is not going anywhere
It's like done.
fast.
Hey, check this out, Steve. Mic drop. Steve Schultz used to say that. Mic drop when he made a point.
Good for you, Steve.
It was fun. It was. We miss having you on here, Steve.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to come and visit us at least
Yeah,
once.
it could be Steve and Steve again.
Yeah. The Steves. He says Jay got up early to watch soap operas. Yeah. You know, watching those, they wear me out whenever I have to sit there and watch them with mom and dad.
They're emotionally racking.
Yeah.
Some
It's
of
like,
them
come
can
on.
be.
You're
It's like, get off the missile.
you stop.
Climb down.
How did he even sneak the missile past the government in the first place?
You know you've got some instruments to cut yourself loose. Do it.
Well, they couldn't. The military couldn't take out the missile because it had Luke and Laura strapped to it, and they couldn't have any.
Collateral damage. That's
Right,
some
they
serious
couldn't do-
collateral damage because
Yeah, you can't destroy Luke and Laura now.
no.
Right.
None of
Even
these
though if the
characters
missile
are
launched,
intellectual
they would
property
both be
of our
dying.
show, nor are they sponsors. This is more of kind of like just like a review of the show that we partook in watching.
We should play clips of it. And
Yeah.
Hey, that would be
Comment.
awesome.
Like, no, just have it like
Mystery-
when
like
someone
mystery-
says something serious, you know, just pan it over to
Like
just
Mystery
them
Science
zooming in
Theater?
on
and
somebody.
we'll all just like look back and forth.
We
to
could
each other
also
with
do a mystery science, that type of thing where you watch them and you make all kinds of comments and what they're doing. That would be awesome.
Yeah, we
We could turn it
the morning drive reacts.
I do want to tell everybody that there will not be a power hour after the show today.
Oh,
Well, there'll be probably a rerun. I don't know if I haven't heard from Randy, and this is
I haven't.
week number 2, so I need to get a hold of him and make sure that he's coming today.
last time I heard, I was at their house Christmas Day, and he kept on asking, well, what's my show? And we talked about his show, and he didn't sound like to me like he was going to do anything different about it. He was going to continue on, but he didn't make it official.
Yeah, I don't know. We're still working out some kinks on that show. I think you can get, what does it say? He says, I think you can get what? At naturesolutions.com.bc. Okay.
What?
That took some doing right there. And I appreciate that's actually pretty funny how he said it. I don't know if he meant to put .com.bc,
.bc.
but he might be using talk to text, and it confuses BC and BZ a lot.
Because BC can be before Christ, British Columbia.
Yeah,
Could be all those things.
baked corn. I don't know.
I was thinking about something, but I'm not going to go there.
And I like to grill corn on the cob.
Big cat.
specifically.
Yeah.
Big cat.
See?
Black cat. See, the word black and the word big would be dangling participles in that sentence.
Yeah.
Just bringing that up again,
Right.
just to see if we run with it. You remember participle dedanglement?
I was trying to think of more
Whoa.
acronyms to BC.
BC.
You're quicker
Big
than I
kick.
am. I'm thinking,
Huh?
but you're
Big kick.
that's BK.
That'd be you might want to spell it. Yeah, I mean, hey, you know what? I'm going to say what Dad always says to Leo.
Hey, with
Artistic
spell check,
license.
it could be anything.
Artistic license.
That's right. Artistic license.
Yeah, there you go.
He identifies as a person who spells kick with a C instead of a K. And
It's
ain't nothing
artistic.
anybody can say or do anything about it.
That's right.
Rewriting the encyclinary.
Encyclinary.
I have an encyclopedia.
You might as well call it a suppository. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait a minute. What?
Because it's a crappy
Wait, what?
dictionary.
Just what are you trying to say, Matt?
Oh, I'm just saying,
Just what are you trying to say?
my throat is thesaurus right at the moment.
Thesaurus. There's a lot to read.
Yeah, yeah. Don't read into it too much, though.
No.
You say something, mean it. Say one thing and mean another.
Uh-huh.
Thesauruses are good at that. Good for that. I need to get a rhyming dictionary so I can write songs easier.
Hey, you could be up there with Dr. Paul.
It's like, I love you, Dr. Paul. I didn't just make that face.
reaction? Yeah.
Nope, I didn't just make that face. But we do, speaking of naturalsolutionstore.bc, we're going to
Do that.
do a commercial if I can
Commercial?
remember how to do one. Let me pull up my page here.
Good idea.
Bootstraps.
Bootstrap.
Yeah,
I
pull it
actually,
by your
you know, I didn't
bootstraps.
know what bootstraps are. Like, I
Really?
didn't know actually what they were used for. But they have different types of bootstraps, right?
I always thought
Like-
they were the little loop that you pulled your boot on with.
That's what I thought.
I worked for 3M for a little bit, and I had to wear this special grounding bootstrap where I wrapped it around my foot, and then it had a little nylon piece of whatever that you tuck down into your sock.
Did
so
you
it
use
grounds you
3M
up.
tape to tape?
Well, that's so that you don't cause a static spark or something and blow the
Right.
place up.
Oh, that'd be a good thing.
You have to stand on these little things, and it has to do it does a body scan. You hold on to these two handles and where you're standing, and it checks to see if you have any static electricity buildup. And if it's red, you have to put on a bootstrap, and if it's not, you're okay.
Wow.
It sure rubbed me raw, though, that little vinyl or nylon piece.
I'm
there
sure
and
it
that
did.
stuff. But-
So you were always in the red, huh?
yeah, no, the boots I had leather soles, so I had to wear a bootstrap. But I agree with you, though. Bootstraps strike me as what you pull your boots on with.
Get it?
Yeah.
Strike.
Ah,
Well,
we're full of funny dad jokes today. If I can
Oh,
find
not so funny dad jokes.
not so funny dad jokes.
I don't think they sell those, do they?
Uh.
Not so funny.
No.
The funny, yes. Not so funny, no.
You don't have it on my face right now, do you?
No.
Okay, good.
I have it ready to.
Good, because I'm just now trying to find out what to talk about here. Time flies by real quick, you know, when you're having fun.
Oh, yeah.
All right. You ready, Jay?
Yeah.
You ready, Steve?
Yes.
You are
Steve
there.
Mickey Mac?
I'm
Am I
ready.
there?
Uh-huh.
Hey, everybody. Matt here. Just letting you know that today's show is brought to you by naturalsolutionstore.bz. That's naturalsolutionstore.bz. .bz. Eternity. All right, so the product I'm going to talk about today is Aronia. Now, Jim talks to people about this all the time because if you are diabetic and you are a low-level diabetic and you just take metformin, talk to your doctor about adding Aronia to your medicinal regimen, and it will help. Now, theoretically speaking, now I'm not a doctor, this could replace metformin in certain cases. I think it depends on the severity of your A1C, which I don't even know what A1C stands for, but I know it's very important that it be not too high or not too low. It's important, Jay. It's important.
Very.
Yeah, so what it does is it helps to regulate your blood sugar, supports colon health, because everybody needs a healthy colon. Yeah. We wouldn't crap you about that, folks. Reduces your blood pressure, helps to reduce weight gain, and it reduces eye inflammation. Who would have thought
That's
that
good.
was a thing? I guess as a diabetic, you do have issues with your eyes.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
Because I didn't have to wear glasses until I actually became a diabetic and started taking the medicine, and then all of a sudden I've got a cataract in my eye.
From
I know, right? Anyways, I'm still on here. Clinical studies of Aronia show the positive effects on the heart, disease, brain health, cholesterol, blood pressure, diabetes, and cancer. So
and the like.
So if you think that this applies to you, by all means, go online, www.naturalsolutionstore.bz, and pick up a bottle of Aronia today. Back to you guys. Back to you guys. .bz.
.bz. Eternity.
What is an American? Larry asks.
What is an American?
Yes. What is an American?
Well, when you say what is an American, I guess people in other countries think of people with mullets, eating big greasy cheeseburgers, and going around doing dumb stuff, firing guns off.
Well, there's
Yes,
North,
close.
Central, and South American continents.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, Central America is part of the North American continent.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think so.
We're geography majors here today, I tell you.
Yeah. So I don't know about the
Yeah.
term. I
I
think
can't really
some
trust
people,
Steve O'Mickey Mac. He's from Canada, eh?
I think
Hey.
we consider ourselves Americans or U.S. citizens.
We are
We're
U.S.
North
citizens.
North America's. They always.
Let's say United States.
I think
North
it means
Ameri-
not European
We're North Americans.
or not Asian.
You might be, though, you might be of Asian blood,
Right, but not from that continent.
but not from that
No.
continent. So that's,
There's 7 continents, right? Yeah.
yeah. So there is 7.
North America, South America, Asia.
Russia.
That's Asia.
I knew
Europe.
that. I was just checking to make sure you did.
Europe, Europe,
See, when you're out here,
Africa,
you're
Yes.
American. When you go to the
North
bathroom,
America, South
European.
America.
I mean, I've heard that all my life.
Greenland, isn't it a continent?
Yeah, Iceland.
Iceland is not.
Iceland is not a
Iceland
continent.
is an island.
Greenland is a continent, but
And-
Iceland's an island.
Antarctica.
Yes.
Antarctica. That's what I meant.
Yeah,
I said
that's what you
Greenland.
meant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Anyways, back to the action. We got about 10 minutes left before we are out of here.
Man,
I know, it's crazy.
time's flying.
It really is.
Back to what action?
I don't know. That's what I
Well,
thought it was
you know-
ironic that I said that.
Hey, it sounds like a TV show. Now back to the action.
Now back to the action. What did you miss before the commercial? Absolutely nothing. They were talking about
Whatever.
2 people getting strapped to a nuclear bomb or something.
To Michelle.
A missile. You better watch out. Those missiles can be dangerous. Jay and I are both half asleep right now, and it's funny.
That's
I'm
why I'm
slaps-
watching both of you
I'm
going.
slapstick goofy. If you're expecting to get something serious out of us today, it's probably not going to happen.
Hey, it's not even Friday.
Nope, it's not. It's not time to be a rube and YouTube and
Yep, no YouTube.
all the flitter on Twitter and
See?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
doing
no,
so
no.
well.
I'm learning from the best.
Yes, you are.
I mean, I think Dr. Paul's PhD is in rhymeology, right?
Super happy hour.
And
But we
their
love you,
opening
Dr. Paul.
their opening music is I think it might be my favorite opening music. It's just like a circus music.
Exactly.
I wish we had the rights to the Benny Hill theme song because I would play that every time.
Oh, wouldn't that be hilarious?
And then watch them like start the show before they get sat down and watch them go in circles really fast around the.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the Benny Hill show?
Oh, yeah.
That was a weird show.
Yeah.
It was kind of perverted.
Well, of course.
I mean, there was always women in lingerie chasing.
It was a chauvinistic show.
It was. It really was.
Very.
But of course, it was. It was
guess in a
around.
way.
It was airing at a different time here.
And that's why it was so hilarious back then.
Yeah, people didn't get triggered so easily back then. They're like,
You
this
try
is
to do the Benny Hill show now, and it's like, oh.
Oh yeah. Oh no. They'd be rioting in the streets. Can imagine people wearing those pink hats. I didn't understand. I'm not even going to call them what they actually call them, those pink hats.
Oh, yes. Yep.
They tried to shut this lady down, this lady who had a sewing shop, and some people asked if she had those or if she can make those. She said, I will not make those. And they tried to get her business shut down because she didn't want to make those hats that they were wearing.
Which
in
hats?
protest. The pink ones.
Oh.
They call them a hat.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Supposed to look like a vagina or something
And
like
did
that.
it get him shut down?
Yeah,
No, I don't think so.
They had them. Wasn't there an ABC News thing going on where they had a bunch of women wearing those hats?
Yeah,
And they were just so proud of them.
yeah.
I don't understand that.
Well, they don't either. That's the thing about it.
And that's why they're wearing them, because they don't understand what
know-
they're wearing.
It's like, hey, I appreciate the fact that we have the freedom to protest. But sometimes, that's all I can say about that.
I guess I do it too, though, speaking for people who aren't.
Well, see, the thing is they don't even know a lot of the people don't even know who they were speaking for. When they've been asked, okay, so what do you want changed? They would beat around the bush because they don't know. A lot of people that are protesting.
They
And
would go,
hey, I appreciate that you guys
um.
protest. That is a right that we have. Use it. But there are legal ways to go about it. I think you
And
have to have a license to protest, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to actually
in
get
some
a
cities, it's a
permit?
law. Yes, a permit.
Yeah, and you can't block any city streets.
Nope.
Portland sure changed that in their town. You see those people blocking the bus, and all of a sudden you hear this, like what did they call that, marching? And all of a sudden, here comes these guys in riot gear. Everybody in the middle of the street got taken to jail.
Yep.
It's like, you can protest on the sidewalk, but you cannot protest in the street.
I just got to say that Susan Burrows just told me, I am so proud that y'all came into my life. Y'all start my day off right.
Well, thank you, Susan. We love you, and we really appreciate you watching and being a top fan. She's a top fan, right?
She's a top fan now.
Yeah. Larry Melton is a top fan. He said, speak up, Jay. I can't really hear you. Well, you've also got to go see your hearing doctor today. So.
Yeah.
But he is not talking as loud as he usually does. He's pretty sleepy today.
Yeah. Usually you're on the go, but that's
An
okay.
American
We're
is
allowed to
one
be
who
that
will
way.
fight for his freedom and that of his neighbor. I agree with that. I agree with that. Don't you?
I don't know.
Well, that's
Is that what it should be?
That is a really good
I
question.
think so.
That is a really, really good question, though. And thank you for asking it. I'm going to have to ponder this for a while.
Is that what it should be? Probably.
What does it mean to me to be an American? I
Wow.
bet you my opinion of what it is to be an American is different from yours and yours. Everybody will probably have their own ideologies and stuff about it.
I think it's the power of the individual
Exactly.
to
Freedom.
liberty. Individual.
Give me liberty or give me death. Who said that?
Was it George Washington or Thomas Jefferson or one of those guys?
I don't know. I was asking you. Who said that?
I was thinking of Patrick.
Patrick Stewart? No, he's
No, not
Ewing?
him.
not Captain Kirk. Oh, no, that's not Captain Kirk. That's
Oh, no, that
Picard.
was a soap
Jean-Luc
opera guy.
Picard. Yeah, that is definitely a soap opera.
Patrick Ewing.
Patrick Stewart and what's his name? Who plays Captain Kirk? What's his name?
William Shatner.
Yes, William Shatner. Don't get me started on him.
He's dead, Jim. No, that was Bones.
What do you suppose he thinks it means to be an American?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question, Jay. We've put a lot of thought into what it is to be. I almost went into my Obama
I was just
impression.
going to say, you almost did.
Yeah, it's just, now, what does it mean to be an American in America today?
Obama, what does it mean?
It means no one has a right to offend you in any way, shape, or form. And when they do, you have the right to offend them as much as possible. That's what it means to be America today.
And his Bush would say that's not prudent for this juncture.
I need to brush up on my Obama.
Only if there's an
impersonation.
offense to particular
Right.
political party lines.
Well, you know, people get so mad. I was watching a saying where it said people, when they wanted to speak, they said, point of privilege. And then they just interrupted the whole entire meeting and would comment on whatever. Then someone else would say, point of privilege. And they would interrupt them and say, you guys can't clap when you agree with something somebody says, for those that might be super sensitive to noise and stuff like that. So were having to raise their hands instead of clap. And I thought, that's not what it is to be America. That's socialism. That's all I got for
It's
today.
ridicularity.
It is ridicularity. See? That's a J-ism.
There you go, see?
Ridicularity.
Ridicularity. Hey, wow, I said it.
Yay!
I wasn't
All right.
tongue twisted.
You guys realize it is
I wasn't
almost-
tongue twisted.
It's hysterical.
Yeah, it is. Coming up November, it's going to be an interesting time.
I'm not
Uh-huh.
looking forward to it.
You know what? I think President Trump's campaign is going to be a lot less crazy.
Yeah, I think publicly though I'm gonna have to, like, when all this stuff really started, I didn't know what was happening in a way. Just kind of watching it.
Yeah.
I think this year I'm gonna have to be more. At least I'm at least gonna say, you know, I don't agree with that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, President Trump needs to stay off Twitter. If you're watching,
You know,
won't.
do
You
us
probably
a
should-
favor.
you probably should, at least proofread or have somebody else proofread your Twitters before you put them out there.
That's what they
And
said.
if you're gonna
That's
do
what
it-
they said last time before it all started. Really.
It should be
Well-
twice a week, not at least, but twice a week, not.
And he
Daily.
told the nation, I am going to use Twitter to be able to defend myself against fake news. They're going to say stuff, and I'm going to be able to tell my side of the story right away so that it doesn't get misconstrued. But the problem is he's,
Overdoing it.
well, he's playing a character. He's playing a part, and the way he acts is very similar to
He's
that.
playing
of-
a game with the media.
Yeah, it's very similar to that of his show that he had. What was that?
Celebrity
the Intern?
Apprentice.
Or the Apprentice.
The Apprentice.
And if you watch that show, he's that way. I mean, he's
Yes.
tough as nails. But if you can let him teach you in business, you will be successful. I mean, he does know what he's doing in that aspect. But anyways, we won't get started on that right now because it's the end of the show already.
Yeah, we'll save that for another day.
We'll be playing a rerun on Facebook. There will not be a YouTube live version of the Power Hour. Skyler won't be here for the next few weeks. He is, I believe he's taking a sabbatical to draw himself closer to the Lord and find out what the Lord's will is for him. So we'll continue to pray about that. I found out this morning, actually, because he tried to call and I was asleep yesterday. So
Praying for you, Skylar. He and I are Facebook friends now, so
yeah,
I'll keep in touch with you, buddy.
I'm trying to find the right song. There we go. All right, so time for us to get out of here. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us on the morning drive today. We'll be back on tomorrow, same time, same channel. I'm not sure if there's going to be a show with Randy Byer after the rerun. And I'm also not sure if there's going to be a Veterans Church because Dad is still sick and he still doesn't feel well. So he's probably going to stay home tonight. Just
They
Plan
gave
on
me
it.
antibiotics, right?
He needs to relax.
so. Anyways, until then, my friends, God bless you and keep you. We love you. My name is Matt,
My name is Jay.
My name is Steve.
and this has been
The
The
Morning
Morning Drive.
It's nothing short of a miracle.